What is up, guys? Welcome back to Random Select Daily, number 16. Today's date is Thursday, April 25th, 2013. And today is just a bunch of quick bits of news. There wasn't exactly something that stood out to me today that was like I want a lot to talk about, but there's quite a few bits of news that came out today, and I thought I might as well cover them. I have four stories here, and let me see the first one. First one is the Madden cover, Madden 25 anniversary, 25th anniversary, I guess technically, the silver edition. And so the cover, if you guys don't know about Madden, like I know a lot of people aren't going to care about Madden, especially in video games, but there is, there's a little history behind Madden covers. So I do like football. I can't wait for the NFL draft that's coming up. Actually, does it start today? I think it might start today. And with the Madden cover, what it has after they stopped putting just Madden on it, they started putting players on it. And ever since they started putting players on it, every player that usually if you had a good season, they'd put you on the cover. But then when you went on the cover, you ended up doing bad that next season. So like in this cover, it was going to be Adrian Peterson versus Barry Sanders. But a lot of Vikings fans believe in the Madden curse, so they actually voted Barry Sanders, even though Adrian Peterson, their favorite player, probably was in the race, and that's all because they're afraid of Adrian Peterson getting hit with a Madden curse, quote unquote. Yeah, so that's the story there. Basically, I'm pretty sure a bunch of Vikings fans was afraid of Adrian Peterson getting the cover, so they actually upvoted Barry Sanders just to make sure he doesn't get it. Which kind of sucks because I am a Vikings fan, and I don't believe in the curse. Someone kind of broke it last year, but whatever. People are gonna believe what they believe, especially sports fans. Sports fans are generally very superstitious. Even players themselves are superstitious. Like if you ever seen a TV, I can't remember. It's some kind of beer commercial where their slogan is basically it's only crazy if it doesn't work or something like that. It's like, and that's exactly how it really describes sports fans. But yeah, so that's the Madden 25 cover, silver anniversary. Good to them, even though they've had one every year, and they really should take the time to actually improve the game. But that's up to them. Anyways, next up, another over fun game that I'm probably gonna play so much of, Call of Duty. So Infinity Ward, I don't know how. I think some retailer in Europe accidentally leaked an ad of the next Infinity Ward game, which hadn't been announced yet, and they are calling it Call of Duty Ghost. Apparently, I mean, it hasn't been. I don't think it's been confirmed quite yet, but I don't think there's any really reason for them. Like they put out a Target ad. Like this isn't something like they accidentally leaked a photo online. I'm pretty sure this was like in a newspaper. So if you guys don't follow Call of Duty, good for you. I'm kind of stopped too. I don't know if I'm gonna get this or not. It depends on my brother really. But so yeah, that's it. Ghost, I'm sure, is referencing. Well, maybe not. This is a next. This is basically the first new IP, quote unquote, like that's not Modern Warfare for Infinity Ward. Um, Treyarch has had World at War, and then it bumped up to Black Ops. But now Call of Duty Ghost is a brand new one. It's actually a little semi-exciting for me, just because it's been stale. Like I can tell the difference between Modern Warfare and and Black Ops, but in the end it's still Modern Warfare 3. Like this isn't the Call of Duty comes out every year, and it does switch developers, so it is 2 years of development. But in the end, it was still sequel after sequel. Like yeah, technically it's like Call of Duty 8, but it was also Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and stuff like that. So if you do care about Call of Duty, if you haven't heard the news, there's that. It is called Ghost. I don't know if that's a reference to the Modern Warfare Ghost guy, the character, but we'll see. I mean, apparently, I remember there was a rumor a long time ago or not a rumor, but the voice of Captain Price confirmed that he was going to work on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. So I don't know if that means he was actually working on something. If he just didn't know what the title was, who knows? Maybe it'll be good. There's Call of Duty has a lot of places to grow. Same with Madden, but especially Call of Duty. It's still a very solid game. It's just overdone. So if they can actually kind of make good improvements that are really surprising, that make it fresh, Call of Duty wouldn't. It's Call of Duty's like that EA of companies right now, where like people don't like EA, but they feel like they can improve EA by like scolding it. But who knows? We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's all for Call of Duty. And not last, but next up is Nintendo. So, with the news that Xbox is having a next Xbox announcement May 21st, and then we'll do a games release for E3, which I'm assuming PS3 will as well. Nintendo apparently has announced, I don't know if this one's confirmed either, but I saw a couple of stuff saying that Nintendo plans on not having a giant press conference, actually, which is kind of surprising because it's always been Xbox, PS3, and Nintendo going on like even the day before E3 so that everyone can watch it. And this is where they usually announce their big things. But Nintendo has decided that since they probably don't have any like hardware things to sell, so they said that they're gonna get smaller conferences that just talk about their games, not gonna spend so much money to try to broadcast it everywhere. And at first when I read it, I only read the title, which said like Nintendo plans to not have an E3 press conference, or big E3 press conference. And I was like, really, like really Nintendo? That's what you're doing? That's how you're, like you guys are kind of way behind already. Like you guys are barely better than the current gen, and next gen is already coming out very soon. But yeah, I mean, it's up to Nintendo. That making it smaller probably will save them money. Their games will still get out there. There'll still be there'll still be press events where the press will, get info about Nintendo, and I'm sure release it out there. But other than that, Nintendo, I kind of wish Nintendo would just give up on hardware and make software. I know that'll never happen. I think they're still very comfortable in their spot, but sorry. But like there's a couple. I've never been a big Nintendo fan, but I do like Smash Brothers, which I do wish was on other games. Like it'd be kind of cool to see a Smash Brothers with also Xbox characters or PS3 characters, instead of doing All Stars, which I heard it was okay, but of course they didn't do that well. I think the company got shut down. But yeah, I mean, there's that. Nintendo, good luck to you. I don't want you to disappear. You have a lot of great franchises, but I do kind of wish you would stop making consoles. And last but not least, I don't have a specific picture for this, but I got my favorite picture, my favorite character, Phoenix Wright. So, if you guys don't know, not just the draft that's coming up this weekend, but also NCR, which is Northern California Regionals. And I'm excited for this personally. This is another fighting game tournament, which I'm sure I'll cover, next weekend or Monday or whatever. And yeah, it's looking to be very good. It has, I believe, like 10 games. Doesn't have Injustice, which is kind of disappointing. I do like Injustice actually. But it's gonna have the Marvel people, which if you were a part of California, especially if you're a part of a north or south part of California, there's gonna be, I'm sure, a big rivalry because a bunch of Southern California people are driving up just the same way Northern Cal people will drive down to Southern Cal. Jeez, SoCal, no NorCal, Southern California regionals. So it should be exciting. I know there's Momochi, which is a Japanese player, is going to be showing up, and there's going to be a lot of games. I believe it's going to be streamed by iPlayWinner and Team Spooky. So check their twitch.tv/ I believe it's just iPlayWinner and Team Spooky. I don't know about iPlayWinner, but I'm sure it'll be out there. Check out Shoryuken.com for the actual stuff. I didn't decide not to go through the pools since I had other things I want to talk about a little bit. So I'm pretty blind about it. Hopefully there's a lot of good tech. Hopefully if Chris G is going, hopefully someone beats Chris G. Because it's kind of funny. Like Chris G is like the definition of anticlimactic, where it's like yeah, his gameplay is really boring, but when someone gets a hit on Morgan or Virgil, it's really exciting. But then he ends up just winning, and it's just like, okay, well, thank you for getting my hopes up for nothing. And it's like, so I do hope something happens. NorCal is a very strong region for Marvel vs. Capcom. So hopefully there's some good stuff, and I will see you guys later. That's all I gotta say. And hope you guys enjoyed those little quick bits of news. And I'll see you guys later. Adios.